So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, you can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now, you already know time and energy is the highest forms of currency, my G. Time, energy, the highest forms of currency. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, getting to that moolah, stacking that guap, getting that paper. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex. That time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G, at all time. Big salute to all my day one investors. Everybody that's highly invested in the channel, you already know it's constant elevation. We growing this thing organically. We are approaching 25,000 subscribers. So big salute to all my day one investors. Biggest salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to Grown Man Business TV, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube. Yeah, I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. So make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and tap into the channel. Now listen, this is a late night tap in. This is a late night tap in. This is not a topic that is meant for the foolery or the extraness, but it's something that's going down in America right now. I told y'all, and I always tell y'all, word to prodigy, it's a war going on outside that no man is safe from. And right now, you know what I'm saying, it's a real situation with the longshoremen of America. Yeah. The longshoremen of America are on strike as we speak. And, you know, after handling my grown man business, doing what I needed to do here, doing what I needed to do there, you know, Junior, he wilding out in daycare. He jumping off of furniture. He throwing toys. You know, I had to sit him down as a 3-year-old little, you know, baby Grown Man Business TV and give them that grown man business. I said, you know what, I'm gonna tap in with the people, whoever's up at this time of night, whoever's, you know, scrolling through YouTube and able to get they hands on this pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. I'm gonna speak about it. Now, you know, salute. Now, again, longshoremen. You know, I want to speak on this because I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. You understand what I'm saying? I'm from VA. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia, where they got the biggest naval base in the world. Not the biggest naval base, you know, in the country, not the biggest naval base in the state, not the biggest naval base nationwide. I'm talking the biggest naval base on the globe is right in the middle of my city where I grew up at. You know what I'm saying? Where I was raised at, Norfolk, Virginia. And what comes with the biggest naval base in the world is one of the biggest ports in the world. So when I heard this situation about the longshoremen, it kind of resonated with me, and you know, it really you know, it resonated with the kid. You know what I'm saying? Because longshoreman is a big thing in Norfolk, Virginia. You got to know this, right? When I was growing up, you either went to college, you went in the military, right? You worked for the government, you drove trucks, or you was a longshoreman. These 5 situations made you golden where I'm from. I mean, all the women, you know what I'm saying? All the women was tapped in. Like if you went to college, then they'd say, you know, GMB TV, you know, he headed to college. That was always a good thing. You know what I mean? Oh, he's graduating from high school and he's going into the military. He's going into the service. Beautiful. You can get, I mean, the baddest women in the city will lay down for you knowing that you was going in the military. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, you know, he just graduated from high school and he's going to work for the government. He has a government job. He's going to work on the naval base. That right there come with a lot of benefits. That come right there come with a lot of paper and women, and you know that these things were praised where I was growing up. And last but not least, he's graduating from high school and he's going to become a longshoreman. He's going to work on the piers. He's going to work on the docks. He is going to become a crane operator. You know, these things right here you know, were highly praised where I'm from. So when you hear the word longshoreman, you think about money, you think about retirement, you think about pension, you think about a 401k, you think about the best benefits, you think about being involved with the military, being involved with the government without actually being in the military. You know what I'm saying? And right now, these guys are on strike. Now, I said to myself, this could go one or two ways. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna speak from both angles. You understand what I'm saying? One or two ways. And I'm not gonna stay long on this. But I did want to get some game up on this before I lay down for the night. You understand what I'm saying? The longshoremen are on strike. Now, this is a part of the game that I love. This is a part of the game. When I say it's war, when I say it get deep in these streets, when I say it get deeper than rap, I'm talking about situations like this. I'm talking about situations like this because everybody want to praise the football player. Everybody want to praise the rapper. Everybody want to praise the dope boy. Everybody want to praise the basketball player, the athletes. But nobody want to show respect to the grown men that stand on grown man business to make this country what it is, to make this shit run. And one thing y'all need to know, if you don't know, I'm just here to tell you, if you don't know, basketball don't make nothing run in the USA. You know what I'm saying? The football players, Monday Night Football don't make nothing run. You understand what I'm saying? The rappers don't make nothing go down in the USA. All entertainment. But you better know something. The truck drivers and the longshoremen, yeah, we make this thing move. You wouldn't understand how important our jobs are. You wouldn't understand that. When you go and you use stuff in your house, when you go to the grocery store, when you go buy a car, when you purchase or you get your hands on anything on American soil, you need to know something. It came over here on a boat. And after it came over here on a boat, somebody in the 18-wheeler brought it to you, brought it to your local grocery store, brought it to your local Walmart, brought it to your local car dealership, brought it to your local whatever. So when I say it's a war going on outside, I mean that, homie. And this is a prime example of what I'm talking about. If you like it or not, oh, your eyes are going to have to open up in 2024, homie. I know y'all like, The Weeknd. I know y'all like Playboy Cardi. I know y'all like the rappers and the singers and all of that, SZA and all of that. But if we stop moving material around the U.S., SZA, she just like you. Yeah. If we stop working, if we stop driving these 18-wheelers, if we stop working on the ports and being longshoremen, guess what? America crumbles, homie. Yeah, the last thing you will be worried about is a Weekend album. The last thing you will be worried about is what Diddy was doing at those freak offs. If we stop going to work, if we stop putting in the work, America will fold faster than you know, homie. Oh, you think the migrants will be getting up out of America if we stop unloading these ports. The migrants will go back wherever they came from. We won't have to deport them. And I thought that it was gangster to see the longshoremen standing on business. Because we gonna dig into this. We're not gonna stay long. It's already late night, but this game got to be given up. Yeah, your favorite YouTuber don't got nothing to do with making America run, huh? Unless they driving trucks like Grown Man Business TV. You want to shut the country down, huh? You really want to see this shit go up? You really want to see this thing crumble? Let them not give these longshoremen what they asking for. You want to see a war jump off? Let them not give these longshoremen what they asking for. In your grocery store or your local Walmart run out of whatever it got in it. Because everything that's in it come off a boat. Everything that's in it come off an 18-wheeler. Y'all gonna pay respect. Y'all gonna show some real respect to the work we do in this country, homie. So I want to give a big salute to Harold Daggett. Harold Daggett is standing on business. Harold Daggett is spearheading, this strike that's taking place right now. It's happening right now. You worried about 1,000 bottles of baby oil, and the longshoremen in America is on strike right now. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. Big salute to the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Let's listen to this.
Today's world, it's changing into the future. They're not making millions no more. They're making billions. And they're spending it fast as they make it. I want a piece of that for my men. Because when they made their most money was during COVID. When my men had to go to work on those piers every single day, when everybody stayed home and went to work. Not my men. They died out there with the virus. We all got sick with the virus. We kept them going. From Canada to Maine to Texas, Great Lakes, Puerto Rico, now the Bahamas, everybody went to work during COVID. Nobody stayed home. Well, I want to be compensated for that. I'm not asking for the world. They know what I want. They know what I want. And if they don't, well, then I have to go into the street and we have to fight for what we rightfully deserve. These people today don't know what a strike is.
Right.
When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port, a lockdown. You know what's going to happen? I'll tell you. First week, be all over the news every night, boom, boom. Second week, guys who sell cars can't sell cars because the cars ain't coming in off the ships. They get laid off. Third week, malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. They can't sell clothes. They can't do this. Everything in the United States comes on a ship. They go out of business. Construction workers get laid off because the materials aren't coming in. The steel's not coming in. The lumber's not coming in. They lose their job. Everybody's hating the longshoremen now because now they realize how important our jobs are. Now I have the president screaming at me, I'm putting a Taft-Hartley on you. Go ahead. Taft-Hartley means I have to go back to work for 90 days. That's a cooling off period. Do you think when I go back for 90 days, those men are going to go to work on that pier? It's going to cost the company's money to pay their salaries. Well, they went from 30 moves an hour maybe to 8. They're going to be like this. Who's going to win here in the long run? You're better off sitting down and let's get a contract and let's move on with this world. And in today's world, I'll cripple you. I will cripple you, and you have no idea what that means. Nobody does.
Woo. I like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, right? I just got wind of this speech right here. And I said, you know, I gotta go ahead and talk about this right now. I can't wait till tomorrow. Now they on strike. If you don't know, let me give you some context on what's going on in America right now. From Maine to New York, in Virginia. When I go on Facebook, since I'm from Virginia, most of my people in my algorithm that I deal with on Facebook is in Virginia. And everybody's talking about this. All the way down to Texas, Houston. The ports are closed, my G. There are no longshoremen on these ports as we speak right now. Right now. All the way to Cali, all the way to New Mexico, every port, Miami. They closed. There's nobody. These dudes is not going to work. And Mr. Hagler right here, Mr. Daggett, he just gave a smooth breakdown on how it go. And, you know, again, man, the matrix is the matrix, but real is real, fake is fake. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the real don't care about your feelings. The truth don't care about my feelings. The truth is going to be the truth. And it don't matter how many millions you making in America. It don't matter what you obtained in America. If you in America, your life is dependent on that cargo coming off them ships. Your life depend on it, homie. So when you got these dudes talking, oh, you know, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You wouldn't be, boy, you, Pit Cat, anybody, all of y'all wouldn't have food if we didn't get in these 18-wheelers and bring this shit to you. So, you know, I want to give two angles. I want to give two angles, and right now I'm giving an angle that's beneficial to us, which is the longshoremen and truckers. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Hagler has spearheaded a strike nationwide, homie. Now, what they want is they all want like a $10 raise right now. They want certain perks and benefits, and they want to be they want to be paid for working during COVID. Now, a lot of truckers made a lot of money during COVID, but these people are owed way more than what they made in COVID. I think every trucker that was driving in COVID should get a check for 50,000, 100,000, tax-free money. Riding around with that COVID and motherfuckers dying and all of that, and still delivering, you know, these containers to make sure y'all got food and y'all got supplies and that, because for real, it don't take long, homie. Trust me, it won't take but 14 days. Yo, 14 days. 3 weeks, 14 to 21 days, and motherfuckers will be running up in those Walmarts, running up in them food smarts, running up in any store that got food in it. Yeah, an apocalypse will happen, homie. With people trying to go get water and food because there ain't nothing coming in. Only, man, what you mean? So, you know, it's something that I gotta speak about because my town, Norfolk, Virginia. Listen, man, we got the biggest naval base in the world there. Yeah, I grew up watching those cranes taking those containers off them ships. I grew up watching it. I got homies that operate those big ass containers and them big ass you know, cranes out there. I got homies I went to school with that do that to this day. You got to know something, man. If your uncle was a longshoreman, if your daddy was a longshoreman, if you know, nigga, y'all was in the money. The longshoremen was the dudes with the Lexus coupes when I was growing up. They had the brand new Maximas, the Nissan Maximas, the Lexus coupes, the Range Rovers, and all of that type of shit. You know, the Jeeps and all of that. When I was growing up, if your uncle or your daddy was a longshoreman, homie, you had all the Jordans, B. That shit means something, boy. It is not nothing to play with. And when you got a dog fur having, because it's dog fur, right? White man that's standing on business. Cause just cause I call it dog fur don't mean I don't respect that grown man business he talking. Y'all, he going to war with big corporation. He going to war with the government. And I always talk about this. He's laying down law, going to war with the this right here could get real ugly, homie. Man, it could get real ugly in no time. In no time. Now, I want to again give a big salute to them longshoremen that's standing on business. They all on strike, homie. Like, I don't really know. You got to know something, man. It's longshoremen, then it's the truckers. Because you gotta really be able to put this into perspective. If the containers don't come off the docks, us truckers, we don't got shit to run, homie. If those containers, which end up being 18-wheelers, the containers, the trailers for 18-wheelers, if they don't come off the dock with the merchandise and the material, then we have no trailers to pull. Everything come off the boat. Everything come off the port. You know, the port of Miami. You know, all of that shit. We got, it's ports all over the nation, everywhere, where's water at. Your vice president is so busy sitting down with all the smoke. Your president, we can't even know, we don't know where Joe Biden at, but we see Kamala Harris sitting down with all of the smoke, talking about goddamn Too Short, acting like they doing something. Mind you, Trump ain't in office. Because I bet money if Trump was in office, this shit'd get handled, homie, because this is an American, these are American jobs. These ain't American jobs that, you know, immigrants could just come in America and take. These is real down, homegrown American jobs. So, again, Trump ain't in office yet. Y'all need to be asking y'all vice president what she gonna do about this. Y'all need to be asking y'all president what he gonna do about this. How long y'all gonna let this shit simmer instead of paying these people what's rightfully owed to them? Because you heard what that man said, right? They will cripple America. And I'm telling you from a trucker perspective, I'm telling you from somebody that get into an 18-wheeler and drive these trailers around. I'm telling you from an actual, yo, I'm a factor in America. Listen, man, listen to me, homie. These rappers, these actors, these motherfucking P. Diddy's, these entertainers, these basketball players, they ain't a factor on American soil. They're a part of the circus. They are part of the circus to keep your eyes off of shit like this. Longshoremen all over America on strike. They got you worried about what Diddy was doing in his back room at a mansion at the after party, and after the party, it's the hotel lobby. And let me stay on track. You know what I'm saying? It's probably Chris, and after the original was probably this Fiesta. Fiesta. All right, hold on. Let me stay on track. Y'all worried about what Diddy is doing at those freak offs, but we got longshoremen telling y'all ain't shit coming off the port until we say so. It's a stick up. What? Stick up? It's a stick up. What? And it's all about the paper, homie. That's why in the thumbnail you see that paper dough. So we ain't worried about if Kamala's black or not. We ain't worried about if Kamala know Tupac lyrics. We don't care to see Kamala sitting down with all the smoke podcasts. We don't care if Diddy had drugs in the baby oil. And when y'all was swimming in the baby oil, you was hiding a light bill. We ain't worried about that. We need to be asking Kamala what she gonna do about this strike right here. Now let's get gangster because it is late. Let's get gangster before I hang it up with y'all. Let's get gangster before I go lay it down and watch Martin for the rest of the night. Let's get gangster. These higher ups in the elites, they play chess at the highest level. These higher ups in the elites, instead of paying the American people what the American people deserve, they try to cut corners. They rather give the money to the Ukraine. $300 billion. Imagine if you gave $300 billion to the longshoremen and the truck drivers. Imagine how smooth this thing would run. Huh? Yeah. They so busy giving the money to these motherfucking immigrants and the Ukrainian people and Israel and all these other people instead of giving the money to the American people that put the work in to make this country run. We make this shit move, homie. But see, you gotta always keep an eye on the higher ups and the elites. You always gotta keep an eye on Big Pharma. You always gotta keep your third eye on these big corporations. Because for us to get the money, for us to win, mean they feel like they losing. When they got to give you a raise, you ever notice when you go to your job, your 9 to 5, and you ask for a raise, they feel like 25 cents that should suffice? Yeah, hey, you go to get, hey, excuse me, boss, I wanted to holler at you. I've been here for a couple of years. I done put in a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? I spent a lot of time here. I helped the company run, and I was just seeing if it was, if I was eligible for a raise. Big corporations say, give him 45 cents. We got a raise for your ass. We're going to give you an extra 45 cents to that check. You don't mind if we give you an extra 2 quarters, do you? Oh, we think that's a big number. That's a big difference in what you're making. We would like to give you 2 quarters to add to that money. Oh, you making $22 an hour? Well, now you're making $22.50. You ever notice that? Because just like these record labels, right? Just like these record labels, for them to capitalize off your hard work and your labor, right? They got to rape your pockets. They got to rape your pockets. Think about it. You ain't never had a company just give you $10 raise. Hey, man, listen to me. Listen, come here. Vincent Mills, is it? Listen, Vincent Mills. We see you putting in a lot of work here in the company, and we are so appreciative of you and your hard work that you put into this company. We're going to give you a $10 raise. Mr. Mills, Vincent Mills, is it? Vincent Mills? We're going to give you a $10 raise. Has anybody, is nobody that's ever had a company do that. MJ, I see you in the chat. What it do, my G? Big wrenches. Now, when y'all, all 95 of y'all, when y'all put y'all mind to it and y'all say, damn, GMB, you right. For them to give us what's rightfully owed to us, they have to lose. They have to lose. They have to give more than they want to give. So these guys, these longshoremen is saying in the contract, they all want a $10 raise. That's a big fucking deal, homie. That is a huge deal, homie. That's a lot of money. Billions of dollars. Billions of dollars in the, yeah, homie. Hundreds of millions to billions of dollars. Now, this is the other angle right here, right? And it's always a yin to the yang. It's always a risk. It's always a risk when you go to war with big corporations. When you go to war with the higher ups and the elites, it's always a risk. And what's that? And when you push, when you force they back against the wall, that's when the war starts. The war don't start when y'all just talking about going on strike. Oh, we think we're going to go on strike. And there, whispers around the shipyard and whispers around, the ports is that the longshoremen is going to go on strike. But it's just whispers. Ain't nobody did nothing yet. So the higher ups in the elite say, man, listen, as long as y'all coming to work and y'all taking that shit off them docks and y'all getting into them 18-wheelers and we making these billions of dollars, y'all can whisper all y'all want. The war starts when you actually do it. But see, one thing about the higher ups and the elites, one thing about these big corporations is they don't mind going to war. They do not mind going to war. And before they bow down, before they tap out, before they give you what you fighting for, they'll try to figure out a way around that shit. They'll try to figure out a way to get around paying the employees. And I want to give y'all a kind of an example of that. They all, when the McDonald's employees said that they wanted more money, what did McDonald's try to do? McDonald's tried to get machinery to do the work. McDonald's tried to figure out a way to fire all of the employees, make these stores run by robots and just pay the maintenance fee. You understand what I'm saying? Because paying y'all, that's a lot of money. But paying the machines or paying just for maintenance fees is pennies on a dollar. But it didn't work because we not at a place, right, in American history where we feel comfortable with machines serving us. Go to a McDonald's, even if it's bad service, I'd rather it be bad service from a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't eat McDonald's anyway, but for most people that eat McDonald's, they not gonna go to a McDonald's where we can't see what's going on in the store and you got a machine somehow making off. It ain't gonna work. So they wasn't able to do it. But with this longshoreman thing, if the higher ups and the elites, can figure out just how to get rid of those old cranes and make them autonomous, autopilot. If they can figure out how to make these cranes work without humans, everybody is done. I mean, as far as the longshoremen. And The money that they asking for, right? They could take that same money, probably less, and figure out how to make these cranes self-sufficient, how to make these cranes work by themselves, how to make these cranes like autonomous cars, drive themselves. Now, let's talk about my industry. Let's talk about the trucking industry, right? For a long time, they've been talking about autonomous trucks, like Tesla trucks. And it was always talk, it been talk for a long time, like what y'all gonna do when these trucks become autonomous, when they can drive themselves. And for a while, I was pretty worried, in my mind, I was like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do? And then you seen a couple of those Tesla trucks out there in the mountains. Yeah, yeah. I'm over there in Utah, and I'm in, California, the mountains, and Arizona, the canyons, and I saw a few autonomous trucks trying to make their way up the mountains. Oh, and they was crashing out, burning. I'm talking in flames, and it let me know they ain't about to be able to switch over 18 wheelers to no damn Tesla 18 no time soon, homie. Imagine having an 18 wheeler with two Porsches in the back. In a white boy, a dog fur having white boy out in Colorado that know how to recode that Tesla truck and have that Tesla truck bring those two Porsches right to his doorstep. Imagine that. Imagine you got an 18 wheeler with all kind of gold and currency in the back, and you got a dog fur having white boy out there in Wyoming reprogram that truck to bring him $2, $3, $4 million, $billion in cash. So when you break down the truckers, you'll realize there's no way in the next 20 years they're gonna have, there's no way. It take a lot to drive trucks, homie. It ain't like a Tesla taking you to to the next bar. It ain't like a Uber Tesla that's taking you to the Walmart down the street. Oh, it get treacherous when you driving these trucks out there in Wyoming. It get treacherous when you driving these trucks out there in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, the Oregon Trail, Wyoming, Nebraska. Yeah. Seattle. It get treacherous in those other areas of California that y'all don't know about, like Rialto, California, Tracy, California. Man, it get treacherous. Dro, I'm clean in the bed. What it do, Dro? I see you in the chat. But when it come to these ports, if they can figure out, because all you doing is a crane lifting. Cranes is just lifting shit, moving shit. If you can figure out how to get those cranes to be autonomous, how to get those cranes to drive themselves, these longshoremen's they're gonna have hell to pay. Yeah, salute to the Bay Area. You know what I mean? It get treacherous out there in California. I know a lot of people think about, LA. They think about, LA, Hollywood, but I'm here to tell you, California got some treacherous terrain. It ain't just no little area where you just driving down Hollywood Boulevard, homie. I'm talking your ass to be going down the Grand Canyon. Your ass to drive off a cliff, nigga. I'm talking about your ass to be at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Those those electrical trucks and shit, them Tesla 18 wheelers is not built like that. Oh, they softer than Dollar Tree cotton. So I feel good about that. But the longshoremen is on strike right now. And if the higher ups and the elites ain't already got this in motion, my man right here got him by the balls. Pause, no diddy. My man right here, Mr. Daggett, Harold J. Daggett. Dog fur having white man, but I salute him because just because he got dog fur don't mean he's saying he not standing on grown man business. He do got dog fur on the side of his heads. But on the top of his head, the dog fur done shed it out. You know, that dog fur it sheds. So on the top of his head, you know, he Michael Jordan. He bald at the top. But on the sides, he got some little sprints of dog fur coming out. I ain't mad at Mr. Daggett. I salute you, Mr. Daggett. Stand on business. This is Mr. Daggett right here. Let's get some. Let's get some. Oh, that ain't Mr. Daggett. Let's get some.
Millions no more. They're making billions. And they're spending it fast as they make it. It's changing into the future. They're not making millions no more. They're making billions. And they're spending it fast as they make it. I want a piece of that for my men. Because when they made their most money was during COVID. When my men had to go to work on those piers every single day, when everybody stayed home and went to work. Not my men. They died out there with the virus. We all got sick with the virus. We kept them.
Hey, hold on real fast. And I salute you on that. What's it? Jalen. Yo, you 100% right about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it out there because I remember when people was telling me about 18-wheelers becoming autonomous. It was a nervous feeling I got, right? And I thought about it about them cranes, but you right. You right. You 100% right. I put money on that bet right there because, like I said, I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. We got the biggest naval base in the world, not in the country, not in the state. I'm talking in the world, on the globe. And right next to that naval base, right, we got the ports, the Norfolk ports, the Norfolk terminal, where the Longshoremen work at. And those cranes, those is the same cranes that they was using when I was a kid growing up. You don't just see them change out the cranes out there in Norfolk. You know what I mean? They've been using the same cranes. You know what I'm saying? They upgrade them. You see them like repaint them and shit and do like upgrades to them, but they the same cranes that I remember seeing when I was growing up in Norfolk, Virginia. So ain't no getting rid of these cranes and putting an autonomous crane and then you think that these cranes is different, like you said, it's different weights. It's different size containers. It'll be a whole lot of work, homie. It'll be a whole lot of work. It'll be years before they're able to put enough technology into these cranes where these cranes could just move like that at this size. I'm talking they huge. Bitches look like skyscrapers. You can see the cranes all the way from my high school. Them shits is all the way on the port. You could get on top of the bleachers. You can see the cranes all the way over there at the port. So I like that. I just saw. I didn't see that, but I just peeped it. I was looking, and yeah. Plus the ports, yeah, they near the ocean. Yeah, man. Weather resistant and salt. Yeah, you 100% right about that. Ain't no getting around it. Let's let that man do what he do.
I'm going from Canada to Maine to Texas, Great Lakes, Puerto Rico, now the Bahamas. Everybody went to work during COVID. Nobody stayed home. Well, I want to be compensated for that. I'm not asking for the world. They know what I want. They know what I want. And if they don't, well, then I have to go into the street and we have to fight for what we rightfully deserve. These people today don't know what a strike is. Right. When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port, a lockdown. You know what's going to happen? I'll tell you. First week, be all over the news every night, boom, boom. Second week, guys who sell cars can't sell cars because the cars ain't coming in off the ships. They get laid off. Third week, malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. They can't sell clothes. They can't do this. Everything in the United States comes on a ship. They go out of business. Construction workers get laid off because the materials aren't coming in. The steel's not coming in. The lumber's not coming in. They lose their job. Everybody's hating the longshoremen now because now they realize how important our jobs are.
Now they realizing how important our jobs are. You got all these women talking down. Now, oh no, you bitch, watch your mouth. This country wouldn't even move. You made back whatever you got going on. This shit wouldn't even be feasible if it wasn't for us. I wanna point out something that I noticed when I listened to this, right? One thing I like about, them dog fur people, because he is a little bit of dog fur, but I respect about him is how they make threats. Cause he making some hell of, these are threats. He's sending threats. See, when two white men go get to arguing and shit, it ain't like when black guys, it ain't like when we start arguing. It's respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Two white guys could say some subtle things to each other. And it's a threat, bro. And this shit's serious. And we might not even know that is going down. When two black guys, when we get to arguing, God damn it, nigga, I said what I said. You already know what time it is, huh? What do we got to? Everybody in the building looking, and everybody's starting to get scared and saying something going on over there. But when white men make threats, a lot of the time we don't even know. You're just so subtle. Well, if they don't, they know what I want. They know what I want. And, if they don't give me what I want, then, I have to go into the street and all the docks from Bermuda to the Bermuda Triangle all the way to California, they go down. And I'll tell you what happens. In 1 week, these guys don't go to work and go to everything happens, and in 2 weeks the malls close down. Everybody's don't have the job for the malls, and everybody's going to go down. And then in 3 weeks, right? In 3 weeks, the construction workers, they don't have a job. The lumber, listen to this shit. I ain't bullshitting. He's threatening the U.S. government.
They can't sell clothes.
Look at this
They
shit.
can't do
He's
this.
talking crazy.
You know what they want, and if they don't,
He said what he was.
now they went to work during COVID. Nobody stayed home. Well, I want to be compensated for that. I'm not asking for the world. They know what I want.
They know what I want.
They know what I want.
They know
if
what
they
I
don't,
want.
no, then I have to go into the street and we have to fight for what we rightfully deserve.
Okay.
These people today don't know what a strike is.
Right.
When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port,
Yo. Hold on. Listen to this shit.
lockdown.
Yo. He said, they know what I want. They know what I want. And if they don't give it to me, I have to go to the streets. We have to fight for what we deserve. You gotta fight. Okay, that's a threat right there. If you don't give me what I want, we're gonna go to the street, we're gonna fight. He said these people don't know what a strike is. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm talking shit. I'm talking from Cali to Texas, everywhere. When the ports closed down, yo, that shit was gangster, right? You gotta understand the levels of gangster, homie. Everything ain't menace to society. Everything ain't Bloods and Crips. Everything ain't shoot 'em up, bang, bang. When I say it's time to go to war, y'all think that I'm just telling y'all to go into the streets and just shoot 'em up, but no. It's so many different levels to war, my G. It's a complex sport. War is a complex sport. Listen to this, man. Listen to him.
You know what's going to happen? I'll tell you. First week, be all over the news every night, boom, boom. Second week, guys who sell cars can't sell cars because the cars ain't coming in off the ships.
That's a threat to the dealerships right there. That's a threat to the dealerships, to all the companies that make cars. That right there is a direct threat. After 2 weeks, the dealerships closed down. The cars, they're not coming off the dock. Y'all didn't know that these fucking cars come off the docks? Y'all didn't know that where y'all thought these cars come from that y'all drive every day? When you get in your car and you go to work in the morning, right? And you see all these cars and shit, and you come off after your job is over, you come out into midday traffic. It's midday traffic. It's fucking back to bumper traffic. Where you think 98% of them cars come from? Off the docks. They get off the dock, trailers full of cars, Porsche, whatever you want. Take it off the dock, they offload it, and the motherfuckers go where they going at. And then you go with your old lady or your husband, and y'all go and y'all lease a brand new car. The shit came off the docks. Okay? So that's The threat is real. He is not bullshit. Look at his face. Look at this man's face. And respectfully, because I know I talk about the dog fur, like sometimes I talk about the dog fur, but this is respectfully. This is respectfully. I talk about the dog fur sometime, but look at his eyes, homie. That's grown man business right there. I'm gonna give a goddamn if he got a head full of dog or sideburns of the dog fur. Those eyes say grown man business, homie. And you gonna respect this.
They get laid off. Third week, malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. They can't sell clothes. They can't do this. Everything in the United States comes on a ship. They go out of business. Construction workers get laid off because the materials aren't coming in. The steel's not coming in. The lumber's not coming in. They lose their job. Everybody's hating the longshoremen now because now they realize how important our jobs are. Now I have the president screaming at me, I'm putting a Taft Hartley on you. Go ahead. Taft Hartley means I have to go back to work for 90 days. That's a cooling off period. Do you think when I go back for 90 days, those men are going to go to work on that pier? It's going to cost the companies money to pay their salaries. Well, they went from 30 moves an hour maybe to 8. They're going to be like this. Who's going to win here in the long run? You're better off sitting down and let's get a contract and let's move on with this world. In today's world, I'll cripple you. I will cripple you, and you have no idea what that means. Nobody does.
Hey, get some, hey, man. Hey, salute, Joseph. See you next time, man. We ain't, this is an in and out. This is not gonna be a long, but yeah, salute to you. That was gangster right there. And I just want to leave y'all with this, man. Like, I know we all in the matrix. But I'm not one of the dudes that I'm not one of the dudes that, did a crime and went to jail for 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, I'm one of the dudes that I didn't go to college. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't what I wanted. That wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the dudes that know and remember what hard work looked like. You understand what I'm saying? If it was hustling, one thing for sure, two things for certain, even when I was doing shit in the street, I always had a job. I used to work on a naval base. I used to work around longshoremen. I used to get that government money. I know what it mean, homie. So, this is the backbone of America, what we do. We the backbone of America. America don't run. There is no money. There is no American dream if we don't get up and go get it every time, homie. Every time. And then when I started driving trucks, it's like a whole new and like a whole nother feeling of, it's hard to explain when you know that you control what go on in these cities. When I go crossing state lines at all time, I'm taking something with me that going into these cities that's needed. Merchandise, whatever is in the back of these trucks, I'm bringing it to y'all that you will never have if we don't do it, homie. If we don't go get these CDL license, pass the course, get on the road, get experience, move this shit around. I'm talking from people like me that's no touch freight, right? All the way down to the flatbed dudes that move the lumber, move the steel, move the concrete, I'm talking all the way to the big oversized equipment shit you see on the road with the 18 wheeler with some big ass piece of equipment on it. You got a truck in the front and a truck in the back that say oversized material, and you got to go around it. It was like a new sense of responsibility that came with driving trucks. So the money should come as well. The money should come as well. I know homies that work on these piers. I know longshoremen dudes right now that are on strike. They not probably gonna get paid. They sacrificing a lot for the right pay, for the real money, because if they don't go and take these clear these docks out, homie, in it wouldn't take a month. It wouldn't take a month. Oh, I guarantee you in 3 weeks with no longshoremen, bro, to a month, 4 weeks. Motherfuckers will start, you'll start going to stores and they'll be like, we don't have any water. Oh yeah, the trucks didn't come in. The orders didn't come in. Oh yeah, we've ran out of meat. We've ran out of water. We've ran out of bread. The next thing you know, motherfuckers just gonna go in there. It's gonna be a riot, bro. It'll be a riot. 2 months, it'll be an apocalypse. Yeah, you want to see the fucking Walking Dead, homie? That's what happened. That's what happened, home. That's what happened in 2 months with no longshoremen on these docks. The same dudes y'all look over. Like I said, in Virginia, you know, we always respected the longshoremen because we seen firsthand the kind of money they was making. They want more money. But trust me, if your daddy or your uncle was a longshoreman, they was getting money, homie. You had all the Jordans. You had the new Lexus Coupe. Y'all lived in the house. They had the new Maxima, Jeep Cherokees and shit. They was getting money. So we always respected. But you better fucking believe this. If the longshoremen stop going to work and they can't figure out how to get the material, the merchandise off the docks, yeah, the purge is coming. So next time y'all see Kamala Harris on live, next time y'all see Kamala Harris sitting down, make sure you go in the comment and ask her what she about to do about paying these longshoremen. And it's going to get deeper, right? And I can feel it coming, that it's not just going to be the longshoremen, the truckers is going to be next. My industry is going to be next because we make a lot of money, but we supposed to be making more money. We make a lot of money, but we supposed to be making more money. You think your NBA basketball game will be able to go on if we don't drive these trucks and fill up that stadium or whatever hot dogs and popcorn y'all gonna buy in that stadium? You think that your Monday night football game gonna happen when we don't bring the truck full of jerseys and we don't bring everything that's supposed to be in that stadium? Nothing moves without us. So I want to say big salute to the longshoremen, man. Stand on business, homie. Do not bend, break, or fold. And from what I can see, y'all got a real leader who care about y'all. This man right here, respect. Harold J. Daggett, you know what I'm saying? Harold J. Daggett. Talking like that, y'all might want to keep an eye on that man. Y'all might want to keep an eye on this man. Highly respect. From Grown Man Business TV to you, homie, highly respect. Highly respect what you doing. I love to see big dogs stand on business and talk that talk. Yeah, hold on. I ain't mad at him. I'm going to let him do it one more time before we get up out of here. I'm going to let him do it one more time. Fuck it, it is what it is.
Full statement here.
Talk your
But
talk.
today's world, it's changing into the future. They're not making millions no more. They're making billions.
Billions
And
of
they're
dollars.
spending it fast as they make it.
Yeah.
I want a piece of that for my men. Because when they made their most money was during COVID. When my men had to go to work on those piers every single day, when everybody stayed home and went to work. Not my men. They died out there with the virus. We all got sick with the virus. We kept them going. From Canada to Maine to Texas, Great Lakes, Puerto Rico, now the Bahamas, everybody went to work during COVID. Nobody stayed home. Well, I want to be compensated for that. I'm not asking for the world. They know what I want. They know what I want. And if they don't, no, then I have to go into the street and we have to fight for what we rightfully deserve. These people today don't know what a strike is.
Right.
When my men hit the streets from Maine to Texas, every single port will lock down. You know what's going to happen? I'll tell you. First week, be all over the news every night, boom, boom. Second week, guys who sell cars can't sell cars because the cars ain't coming in off the ships. They get laid off. Third week, malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. They can't sell clothes. They can't do this. Everything in the United States comes on a ship. They go out of business. Construction workers, get laid off because the materials aren't coming in. The steel's not coming in. The lumber's not coming in. They lose their job. Everybody's hating the longshoremen now because now they realize how important our jobs are. Now I have the president screaming at me, I'm putting a Taft-Hartley on you. Go ahead. Taft-Hartley means I have to go back to work for 90 days. That's a cooling off period. Do you think when I go back for 90 days, those men are going to go to work on that pier? It's going to cost the company's money to pay their salaries. Well, they went from 30 moves an hour maybe to 8. They're going to be like this. Who's going to win here in the long run? You're better off sitting down and let's get a contract and let's move on with this world. And in today's world, I'll cripple you. I will cripple you, and you have no idea what that means. Nobody does.
That mean an apocalypto type shit. That's what that mean. That's what that means. So you go, y'all can continue to pay the Ukrainians. Y'all can continue to pay the immigrants. Y'all can continue to pay everybody. Yo, he said something that was so fire. He said, my men went to work during the COVID. My men died and got sick off the COVID and kept them running. First, when he says my men, you got to know the majority of the longshoremen in Norfolk, Virginia is black men. It's all your uncle, your daddy, your grandfather. It's like niggas, dog, like black men. So he talking about black, white. He talking for everybody when he say my men. And then he say when we kept them running, he talking about America. Bro, let me tell you something. If the truckers and the longshoremen would have not went to work during COVID, it would have been an apocalypse. It would have been Walking Dead in America. The shit would have went up for real. But instead, we stayed on the road driving during COVID, and they stayed at the docks unloading shit so we could have toilet paper and napkins and shit. We was running out of toilet paper. Y'all remember that? And then they take that same very money and send it to the damn Ukrainians. I'm disgusted with America, bro. I ain't gonna lie, dog. The more I talk about like the real fight, the real war that's going on outside, I mean, I've been disgusted with America, man. Thought I heard something. You got a big ass house, dog. You could hear something. Yeah, I thought I heard something. You know what I mean? I got in my house. I got a pretty nice house. I thought I heard something. Hold on real quick. I'm like the old man. I'm like the old man in the house. I'm the old man in the house. You hear that? You hear that? I heard something. I heard something. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. The more I tap into the logistics of America, man, the more I get disgusted with America, man. I ain't gonna lie. And it's really time to press the button, bro. You know, they got the money. The money is there, obviously, because I can't get over them sending $300 billion to the Ukrainian people. I don't care what they doing in the Ukraine. We ain't seen the road being built. We ain't seen the skyscraper. We ain't seen nothing with with that $300 billion. So big salute to Mr. Harold Daggett, man. Big salute to Mr. Harold Daggett. I salute you. I respect what you're doing, and I'm gonna keep a close eye on the progress of this, and I'm gonna send positive energy to all the longshoremen out there, and I'm gonna send positive vibes your way, so that you know, in hopes that y'all get everything that y'all asking for and more. Because when y'all get what y'all asking for, I guarantee you the truckers, we gonna be right behind them, kicking the door down for that money. Because America don't move unless we move. The blood and the sweat and the heart and the soul of America, all of that, that's us, bro. So big salute to everybody in the chat. You know, growing this channel organically. We approaching 25,000 subscribers. I want to be well over 30 subscribers before the end of the year. So we're going to keep grinding, constant elevation. You know what I'm saying? Commitment and then consistency will get you everything you want. I don't care what you asking for in life. I don't care what you looking for. I don't care what you trying to achieve. I don't care what goal that you set. If you commit to that goal and then you are consistent, those two things, you shoot to the moon, you shoot to Mars, homie. Consistency and commitment. You gotta have commit. First, you gotta commit. You gotta commit to whatever you asking for, and then you gotta be consistency. Consistency is key. The 3 C's, my G. I didn't put capital in there because I ain't talking about real estate or passive income. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about as far as anything that you're trying to inquire as far as goals. You need a bust down AP. Okay, well, commit. First, you say, I'm committing. I'm gonna commit my time and my energy, the highest forms of currency, my time and my energy. I'm gonna commit it to a bust down AP. And now you got to be consistent at whatever plan you got to get it. Whatever your plan is, you need to be consistent. I don't care what it is, whatever. Yo, I'm gonna get this money. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save up this. Yo, I already looked it up. They said the bust down AP was 20,000. Okay, I'm gonna save up 20,000. I'm gonna do it in 6 months. How can I save up 20,000 in 6 months? Okay, if I put this much away every 2 weeks, if I put this much away every week, I can have 20,000 in 6 months. And then if you consistently do it and you stay committed, the bust down, it go from you in the chat saying you need a bust down AP to you posting, tagging GMB TV like, nigga, look at this bust down AP. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. This property right here did not have a pool in the back. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. When I got this property down here, right? I'm in Florida, right? I would tell people like, yo, I just bought this property in Florida. And people would always be like, wow, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you got a property in Florida? That's fire. GMB TV, that's fire. But then the very next question would be, does it have a pool in the back? For some reason, if you in Florida, you gotta have a pool you gotta have a pool. Like, you ain't got, that shit don't mean nothing. I don't care if you live in a mega mansion. It don't mean nothing if it ain't a pool. And that's the first thing that's the first question they gonna ask you. I live in I got a some property out there in the Sunshine State. Oh wow, that's beautiful, GMBTV in the Sunshine State. Wow. You got a pool in your backyard? And you guys always have to say no, because I didn't have a pool. And soon enough, I was like, man, I had 2 oak trees back there, 2 big ass oak trees. And it was mad acorns and shit on the ground. And the squirrels used to jump on the top of my house. I could hear them in the morning running, right? Made a commitment. I said, man, we putting a pool back there. made a commitment, and then I consistently went at that goal. Consistency. And it went from 2 oak trees in the backyard to a fucking spa back there. You already know, if you down with the channel, you already know what's in that. You already know what's back there. You already know I could cut the lights on. It could do tricks. I could heat it up. I could speed it down. I can get in the jacuzzi. I could do, you already know. If you in tune with the channel, you already know. Yeah, it was acorns. Motherfucking, bro. Yo. In the morning, I would hear like a family of squirrels, because they would jump off, they would go back and forth from my roof to the damn oak trees, to my roof, and in the morning, I don't understand what they was doing, but it was out of pocket, bro. They would just be on my roof, bro, going, I don't know if they was fucking eating nuts up there. I don't know what they was doing up there, man. You want to get into whatever you want to get into, you got to have capital in this world. You got to have capital, money. After you get the capital, you set a goal and you commit to it. After you commit to that goal, show consistency. And you can have whatever you want. So big salute to the chat, man. Hopefully them boys get what they asking for. Cause they gonna need it. They gonna need it. They definitely gonna need it, trust me. And that motherfucker, they gonna need it. Big salute to the new people in the chat. Make sure y'all invest into the channel, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's all I ask. You know what I wanna do? I got some butter pecan ice cream I'm about to get into. Hey, you know you an old head when you eating butter pecan ice cream from Baskin Robbins, right? Huh? You know you the old man in the house when you eating butter pecan ice cream from Baskin Robbins, right? You got to be old, man. Come on, G&B TV, man. You an old ass man. Come on, dog. You an old head, Kyle. You eating butter pecan. Butter pecan ice cream was that ice cream that your mama or your daddy had in that refrigerator. And you knew not to touch that butter pecan. Huh? You remember that? You remember when you was gonna eat that goddamn butter pecan ice cream, boy? So listen, man, you already know what time it is. I'm gonna get into this butter pecan ice cream right here. And I'm gonna lay it down. So look, man, you already know it's your boy Grown Man Business TV. You know, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Okay.